Hello, everybody. This is What If Comics, and as you can tell, still haven't changed the name. Kind of like it, sticking with it for now. And I think to continue with that theme of What If Comics, every single episode I'm gonna start with a What If comic book. And this is What If the Avengers battled the Guardians of Galaxy. And as always, great colors. You'd be surprised how many what if books are out there. There are quite a bit. That's kind of like what's so weird that the Disney Plus show never kind of used any of those um, storylines for the cartoons. They always made up their own. It's like you got like hundreds of stories through all the what if comics that came out, and you decided to make up your own. And I still don't get that. But, yep, that's a cool one. The Avengers. What if the Avengers battle the Guardians of the Galaxy? And they have the What If comics, but here's something a lot of people don't know. And actually, I didn't know until I went to a comic book show. They have not What If, What the. What the? It's kind of a comedy, kind of like a Mad Magazine type of thing. And each cover has a really fun, unique, you know, cover like Spider-Man hanging out, just reading a book. Rehash spiders. It's good stuff. I tell you. There's probably, I think there's like maybe 35 of these books that were made. And some of them really cool. During the next few episodes, I'll show the ones I have. I don't have too many, but I'm working on them. Okay, so the series I'm going to go through today is going to be, speaking of Disney Plus, is the Daredevil Born Again series. And we go through all the comics for that. Okay, so the first one is 226. Now this is a prelude. This is before actually Born Again takes place, but it's kind of like a lead up to the events that happen in the Born Again storyline. Then you got the official first issue of the Born Again series. This is where Kingpin discovers something, and he goes after the Daredevil. And the next issue. This is Daredevil discovers what Kingpin just did. I'm not going to give you too much information if you ever want to read the book of the series. A cool cover. I love that. The colors right here. And this is after the Daredevil about to fight. Looks like Santa Claus or a bomb with a knife. Still cool. Cool cover. I had wrote on this is just on the plastic Marvel Daredevil 229. And then this is the book that actually says Born Again on it. Right there. You see the nun. If you saw Daredevil season 3, a lot of the original storyline from Born Again they kind of brought into Daredevil season 3. I know the new season's called Born Again, but I don't think it's really following the comic so much, other than the title. And here's a cool one. So, like in season 3, there's somebody dressed up in Daredevil, and he's fighting Matt Murdock, the real Daredevil. And if you saw season 3, don't want to spoil anything, you know who dresses up as Daredevil. And this is what I'm talking about. Season 3 of Daredevil kind of follows the Born Again series more than the current show does. And this is where Nuke starts coming into play. If you read the book, you'll know who Nuke is. I kind of love this. The yellow flames and Nuke's face because he's kind of like losing it there. Really cool. And I think it was Nuke was in Jessica Jones, I believe. Could have been season 2. They kind of try to copy that character. And then the final book in the series, Armageddon. And there's Nuke, got Captain America, and Daredevil. And it's a great cover, great conclusion to the entire series. And spoiler, guys, ahead of time, sorry about this, but because this is What If Comics, I have to bring in this What If based on the series Born Again. What if Daredevil had saved Nuke? Yes, see? From the pages of Born Again. Spoiler, but that is a cool cover right there. Like I said, you really should start looking into buying these, not just to collect, but to read the What If books, because they're really, really good. And like I said, unfortunately, the Disney Plus series is good, but they don't really follow the comic books at all. Okay, there we go for comic books. Now, what I want to do now is talk about some of my favorite movies. Now, we can all go back to the, your standard movies. Bring up, the movies that you've heard a million times about, The Matrix, and things, and movies like that. But I want to talk about movies that you might not have heard of, like this one. It stars Lance Guest. It's called The Last Starfighter. That's a great movie from the 80s. It's about this kid who plays a video game, and he gets really good at the video game, and these aliens notice he's good at the video game, and they say, hey, we can have him come to our planet and save us because he's our protector, he's our savior. And they don't realize that it's just a video game, guys. But it's really cool. You should see it. The Last Starfighter. This is the 25th anniversary Blu-ray. I think they might actually have it on 4K. I could be wrong. And then the next movie I like to talk about stars Sam Jones. If anybody knows Sam Jones is, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because it's his one big movie, Flash Gordon. It's just like the comic book series from the 40s, and so it's really, it's a very cool 80s movie, very kind of like cartoonish, but in a fun way, and unfortunately just never really found its audience until later. And Sam Jones was also in this movie called Ted. Seth MacFarlane loves 80s stuff, and his movie Ted with Mark Wahlberg has him in this movie, Flash Gordon. He's in the majority of the movie. It's great stuff. If you like Flash Gordon, see Ted. If you like Ted, see Flash Gordon. And oh, by the way, Ming the Merciless is also in Flash Gordon. the last movie I want to talk about stars Dennis Quaid. This is probably one you not have heard of. It's called Dreamscape. Really nice little thriller. So basically what happens is this guy goes into people's dreams and kills people. And Dennis Quaid goes into people's dreams and tries to save them. And that's the premise of the movie. It's really cool. So, yeah, there you go. Those are my recommendations. Dreamscape, The Last Starfighter, Flash Gordon, and Ted. So what I have here today is my Spider-Man, which I've shown you guys multiple times. As you can tell, it's probably my favorite thing, because that's why I always have him there. It's my favorite. My Batman wood ornament there. But I have some pops. As I showed you already, Ming the Merciless is here. Then you got John Wick from John Wick 4 right there. Move Spider-Man out of the way. Then you got Cornholio, Beavis and Butthead. I love all things pop culture. I buy a lot of these items. I personally think they're a blast. So that's why I get them all the time. I'll show you some other cool ones over here. These are some of my personal favorites. I'm a huge Conan O'Brien fan. So when I saw these were on sale, I had to pick them up. Come on, Conan Without Borders. Let's go. He's always been my favorite talk show host. And he did, I thought, a great job with the Oscars. And there he is right there. So, I mean, if you look around, there's tons of pops out there. I mean, I got sports pops, New York Giants. I got Red Sox pops. And maybe as my show grows and people start paying attention, I'll show you more pops. Okay, well, there you go. That's my episode for today. Let me know what you think. Hit that like button. I'll talk to you later. Bye.